Phillies fans asked for one major thing this offseason, and through the first 9 games of the Phillies season, we are already starting to see that change. We're going to get into all of that today on the newest episode of Phillies Digest after a massive series win versus the defending world champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. But before we do that, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Just 35% of our viewers have subscribed. That means just about 65% of the people that are watching our videos on the daily basis have not subscribed to the channel yet. We want that bottom number to grow and that top number to lessen. So obviously a a massive series win this weekend versus the Dodgers. They took 2 of 3. They obviously won the electric opener on Friday night, highlighted by I apologize. JT Realmuto on Friday night throwing out a batter in the 8th inning and throwing out a runner in the 8th inning and a runner in the 9th inning. They lost on Saturday, but they got back at it today, and Nick Castellanos led the way with a grand slam to really kick off the game. It was an electric game. I was down there today with Crossing Broad, and it was just an unbelievably electric game from the second I walked in, with about 3 hours until first pitch. Everything was absolutely humming in there. Sorry, I am like, there we go. All right, we're back. Everything was humming in there today. The fans were humming. Everything was going. It was a great baseball game, an 8-7 final score. But this offseason, Phillies fans asked for one major thing, and it's for the Phillies' approach to improve. We obviously know a big reason of why the Phillies have been eliminated from the playoffs the last 2 years is because of their approach at the plate. A lot of bad strikeouts, a lot of bad at-bats, a lot of swing and misses in the dirt. That has been a tough task for the Phillies over the last few years, is to improve their approach. And while, yes, it's only been 9 games, this is trending in the right direction. Right now, the Philadelphia Phillies are 4th in the league in walks with 43, and they are top 5 in the league in the least amount of strikeouts, around the top 7 right now. They've only struck out 68 times. To put it into comparison, the leader in the league, I can't remember the exact team, they have struck out over 100 times already. So the Phillies right now have improved their strikeout rate. Obviously, in today's series finale, 11 walks, obviously 3 from Rafael Marchand today, but you're seeing more walks from Castellanos. You're seeing more walks from Trey. He had 2 today. Schwarber with a walk today. Everybody in this lineup just about is walking right now, and that comes with them improving their approach. A lot of them worked this offseason on that because it's been such a topic, and something had to change based off of the last 2 years. It's hard to just completely flip a roster. I know that's what a lot of people wanted them to do, is just, sell everybody, but that's not how sports works. Like, you don't just throw out your whole roster, start a new one. The guys in your clubhouse, something has to change, and this is starting to change. And I will say, as far as the offense, a guy leading the way right now is Edmundo Sosa. Just playing out of his mind right now. So Rob Thomson spoke to reporters today after the game, and he said, we've got to really look at this. So far, it's real. Multiple hits every start that Edmundo has made this season. He's obviously played great at third, great at short, and he actually did pretty well in center field yesterday, which then leads me to the next sort of part of this quote from Rob Thomson, where he did eventually confirm that he is at the point where he's comfortable starting Edmundo Sosa in the outfield against a left-handed pitcher. But realistically, that means if the Phillies did need a starter either way in the outfield, if there was an injury or something along those lines, Rob Thomson is comfortable with Edmundo Sosa in the outfield right now. And I will say, he basically has to be at this point, because Edmundo Sosa needs to find his way into the lineup more. But at the same time, Edmundo Sosa is not a starter. And yes, the Phillies have their starting 9, and Edmundo Sosa is that super utility man off the bench. And while Rob Thomson knows that, he also knows that you have to ride the hot hand, especially early. This is the part of the season where you have to stack up wins. So later in the season, throughout the summer, when some injuries start to pile up, it happens every single year. You lose some games in the summer. That's just how it works. April and May baseball is important. That's when you stack up a lot of the early season wins on your record. And Edmundo Sosa has been a big component of that. He has a .313 on-base percentage so far. Oh, man, these are his stats from last year. That is a shame. But, yes, so Edmundo Sosa has just been tearing it up. I apologize for that graphic. His OPS is over like 1,300 right now. He has multiple hits in every game that he has started. He has just been an incredible player so far this season for the Phillies. And he is a guy right now that, yes, while he is once again not a starter, he is going to have to find his way into the lineup. But I do sort of want to get back to the walks thing because this is a crucial development for the Phillies. If the Phillies can walk like this all season, they're going to continue to have runners on base and runners in scoring position and continue to be able to put up more runs. Look, a lot of these teams at the top of this walk list have performed this season because walks lead to wins, base runners lead to wins. And obviously, like these walks happening right now, it is because of a changed approach. These aren't just happening. Yes, it was a rough inning today for Tyler Glasnow, which led to 3 of those walks being because he sort of just unraveled in the 3rd inning. But this is real. Just like Rob Thomson said about Edmundo Sosa's and sort of his production, these walks are real. Like this is happening for the Phillies. This isn't just a fluke. They're being more protective at the plate, and they're not chasing. The chase rate is way down. Their strikeout rate is down. Every single stat that we wanted to go down based off of approach off of the last 2 seasons has declined so far to start the season, and it's because they are focusing on their approach at the plate and what they can do. Yes, it was a rough sort of few games for the Phillies, I would say, to start off the year. Based off of the starting pitching, they weren't really building runs early in the game. It was a lot of just mashing off of bullpens, but now they're starting to get to starters. Glasnow obviously didn't make it through the 3rd inning today. Nick Castellanos with the huge grand slam. This team is off to a hot start. They are 7-2. They have a day off tomorrow, and then they head down to Atlanta to face the 1-8 Braves. Tuesday night is Zack Wheeler versus Chris Sale, the number 1 in Cy Young voting in Chris Sale in 2024 versus the number 2. The Phillies have a great opportunity here to take at least 2 or 3. Obviously, a sweep against Atlanta would be awesome, but I think we all know how those sort of division series go. It's hard to sweep a divisional opponent. It feels like the games are just always close. So if the Phillies leave Atlanta on Thursday night with a series win, that is a positive. Just win series, continue to win series, and if you win almost every series of the year, your record's going to be really good. So just continue to keep winning series and continue to keep walking. So what have you thought of the Phillies' approach so far at the plate? Obviously, some guys that we've really honed in on over the past, year to a year and a half. Nick Castellanos, Trey Turner, those 2 guys who the Phillies need more production out of on a consistent yearly basis have had an awesome start so far, specifically with their approach. So what have you seen so far? Who has been your team MVP? I'm going to have to assume it's been Edmundo Sosa. And I want to hear a prediction for this Braves series. Do we win 1 game, 0 games, 2 games, or all 3? If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Once again, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel already, then please do so. Myself and Sean Bernard are working really hard every single day, making sure you guys are up to date on all things Phillies. My name is Luke Arcaini. This has been the newest episode of Phillies Digest, and I will see you guys next time.